Sometimes the problem is the methods of trying to get respect. The problem is the ways of trying to be cool and hip. The problem is the avenues of trying to be different. All of you have choices, and your choices will determine your outcome. Your outcome does not have to be negative. Your outcome can be a positive one. Your methods can lead to a good life. Your ways can lead to a rewarding life. Your avenues can lead to a successful life. You may just want a simple life, which is absolutely okay. Success is relative. Your ideal of success may be different than someone else's. Either way, live for success. Some of you may want the best that life can offer.
The reality is you are no closer to success. That's right, you are no closer to your dream. When you blame somebody else, you automatically freeze yourself.
To be the best in the world at what you do, the best at what you do, you have to be unbalanced to find every bit of energy and strength that you have to pull it off. Then you get balanced once you become great.
You trap yourself in that same reality. But when you can get beyond the point of blaming somebody else, making it somebody else's fault, and you can take responsibility, I'm telling you, that's the first key in being successful. Stop blaming and take full responsibility. Reasons why we like to blame other people. Because when we take full responsibility, guess what? It hurts. If you have the courage, if you got the guts to say, it's my fault, then you also have the courage and the guts to do something about it and bring about change.
Become obsessed with being great. It changes everything.
There's so much value and there's so much power in trying just one more time. If you've struggled to get a prospect to understand what it is that you have to offer, try one more time. If you've struggled to get someone to try out your product or service as a customer, try one more time. If you've struggled to get people to attend events, try again, just one more time. If you had a home party before and it didn't work out, try one more time. There's so much value in trying one more time. There's so much value in staying in the game and polishing your skills. There's so much value in plan, do, review. Do what you do.
Changing your behaviors, overcoming negative habits, it's challenging. It's hard. That living alone is just very difficult. And once we begin to come to grips with the fact that living is difficult, what are the characteristics or the qualities of people that are hungry? What will it take for me to get some of the things that I want? and being hungry for those things, number one, you've got to work on yourself. It's very important that you engage in an ongoing process to develop you. Spend more time on yourself than what you've been spending.
You can't be precious about the way that you get there, right? And I always tell people, don't be afraid to give up on a path. The path is irrelevant. Decide what is the outcome we want. And we'll change our path if we need to, right? If your outcome is sincere, then you'll be willing to change your path, even if it means disrupting your own business model.
It doesn't matter how you get knocked down in life, because that's going to happen. All that matters is that you got to get up.
Most people want to make a change, but they don't stay with the change long enough until the change becomes automatic. Your life changes when you take absolute personal responsibility of the way your life looks. And if you blame it on your parents, if you blame it on your boss, if you blame it on your community, if you blame it on the economy, the more you do that, you will be practicing being spectacular at blaming. Your life changes when you look in the mirror and say, if I'm not healthy, it's because of me. Your life changes when you say, if I'm not happy in my relationships, it's because I am not selecting the right people or being the right person. Your life transforms when you say, I don't have enough money because I'm not contributing the value and doing the right things and getting really good at what I do, so I make the money. Because income reflects the value that you give to the marketplace. You can achieve the remarkable, the seemingly impossible. You can realize spectacular results. Impossible is just a belief. The impossible is a belief that the world has taught to you, and the job of a leader without a title and a job of an A player is really starting to look at your thinking, look at your core beliefs, journal about them, reflect on them, meditate on them, so you start to say, oh, these are just the programs that my parents and teachers and society have taught me, and this is not who I am. If you don't believe, if your story is you can't be world class as an athlete or as an entrepreneur or as a business builder or as a human being, then you're not going to invest in the learning, you're not going to do the work required to live that potential. It's not the most talented who wins, it's the one who capitalizes on their talents and their gifts to the fullest. You don't have to be a genius. You don't have to be physically gifted. It's how much of what you were born with you use and bring to life. There are a lot of people who are mediocre in their work, mediocre in their mindset, average in their heart set. They're struggling. They're not really happy. They're not really having an impact on the world. And they tell you, well, they're really, really content. And I think they're in denial. Your success is a reflection of your standards. And as you want to become more, and as you want to become a master of your craft, and as you want to change the world, and as you want to inspire all witnesses who see you, and as you want to become the most heroic version of yourself, you will be in a relentless pursuit of outright greatness. And that's where the people who have become legendary live. You don't have the life based on your genetics. You have the life based on your environments and your habits. Your success reveals your standards. Your success reveals your standards.
I will not be held hostage, waiting on people to open the door for me. I will get up and grind, create my own door, and put myself on, because I am a champion. I am hungry, dedicated, fearless, a warrior of God who believes all things are possible to him that believeth. I am disciplined. I am committed. I am dedicated, young, rich, and motivated, completely sold out, all in, 120, committed to fulfilling my God-given destiny. Nothing can stop me because I am blessed and unstoppable. And I don't just say these words out of my mouth. I say them from my spirit, the champion spirit that's on the inside of me. Mediocrity has no place in me. Average is not welcomed here. I am going one place and one place only. I got a one-way ticket from the bottom to the top. And I don't say this for fame. I don't say this for money. I don't say this for validation. I'm doing this for legacy. When I'm dead and gone, they will say there is a man right there who lived on this earth, who gave it everything he had. Failure is not an option for me. Failure does not exist in my vocabulary. For 8 years, I walked the block in a mental prison, searching for answers. Panic attacks, PTSD, fear, and anxiety consumed me. But here's what was really going on. God was molding and shaping me and preparing me for this calling. He was preparing me for the words that I'm saying to you right now. You see, the more we go through the fire, the more refined we become. Now fear and pain had stung me, had inflicted me, had tried to stomp out my destiny. But God is faithful, and he did what he promised. For he said to me, for I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord, plans to prosper you and not harm you, plans to give you a hope and a future. And you see, I was bold enough to believe that. And when I went around that block for those 8 years, every day I got a little bit stronger, a little bit tougher, and a whole lot bolder. And now I am prepared for my calling. And I get behind this mic with no fear to tell you that I am still here. The enemy has not defeated me. He has not destroyed me. He has actually made me. I am a champion. I am a warrior. I am hungry, dedicated, and now I'm fearless. wrapped with grace. To the enemy, I'm dangerous. It's not about goals. For me, it's about purpose, legacy. I'm anchored in grace. God still moves. I am a warrior, blessed and unstoppable. To God be the glory.
You're not who you were a year ago. You're not who you were 5 years ago. You're not who you were last week. You're who you are now, and this is the only shit you have control over. So you gotta regulate how much you dwell on regrets of the past. You really gotta be careful. It's good to have a little. Life is strange. There's a lot going on. There's a lot of factors happening in life. But who I am now wouldn't have ever happened if I didn't fuck up. If I didn't make those mistakes, I wouldn't have understand the importance of friendship and kindness, and I wouldn't understand the beauty of love. I wouldn't understand the full range of it because I hadn't felt the sting.
Your greatest hater is you. Your greatest hater is you. Your greatest fear is you. You're unique. You're wonderfully made. You know, stop looking for other people to validate you. Your essence, your existence is validation enough. You're here, you're alive. Success is all in your DNA, and I would challenge you to live up to it. It is so much easier to run. It is so much easier to give up. It is so much easier to quit, give in. I dare you to believe in yourself. I dare you. I dare you to be courageous enough to deal with the real you and let the world see that unique, that gifted, that special person.
You gotta fuel yourself with the fuck-ups. And most people get stuck in these patterns because they define themselves as a fuck-up, or they define themselves as a person who doesn't follow through on their ideas, or a person who doesn't pursue their real interests and loves.
There's so much value in trying one more time. There's so much value in staying in the game and polishing your skills. There's so much value in plan, do, review. Do what you do.
You have to understand how much you matter, and not just to you, how much you matter to others, right? And when you operate in your gift, not only do you liberate yourself, but you liberate others. And you force others to live a life that they never thought they could live. You be you and don't be nobody else. And you stop letting you get off the hook. You stop letting you get off the hook.
No, you have started things and you quit, and it gives you a horrible sense of regret that's made you define yourself by that. You don't have to do that. Write down what you would like to fix about your life. And then just, if you're 30 pounds overweight, you want to lose 30 pounds? Do it the right way. Go start eating vegetables, monitor your calories, write down what you eat, exercise every day, force yourself to do it.
If it was easy, everybody would do it, but I dare you to make the rest of your life the best of your life.
But then review, how could I do better? And I'm gonna go try one more time. I'm gonna go share this story one more time. I'm gonna tell my story one more time. I'm gonna share my product one more time. I'm gonna share the incredible opportunity that is network marketing one more time. Have that be your philosophy versus, hey, I tried it, it didn't work out. Try one more time. Develop that as a muscle. Develop that as a habit. And you're going to see results start to happen for you exponentially.
Many of us never realize our greatness because we become sidetracked by secondary activity. We spread ourselves too thin, don't know how to say no. And we find ourselves doing all kinds of things and never ever have time to do those things that we need to do to work on ourselves. Decide that you're going to take some time to work on you, that you deserve that from yourself, that your life deserves some prime time. Because you are creating your own production.